Hey guys, welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace the manufacturer bearings in your Garcia Black Max and over to the Boca Bearings orange ceramic bearings. This is the newer edition Black Max, so if you have the older one, the steps and bearing sizes might be different, but they could also be the same. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so first off, let me show you guys what you're going to need for this replacement process. The first thing that you'll need is a Q-tip. And what you want to do is you want to cut off one end of the Q-tip with a knife or scissor and leave the cotton on the other end. Another little tool that you'll need is a safety pin, or if you don't have a safety pin, you can also use a paper clip. That works just as well. Now the next tool that we're going to be needing is the Boca Bearings pin spool pliers. This tool is made specifically to help you replace that troublesome bearing on your spool shaft that's locked in with a pin. You can purchase this tool at bocabearings.com. Now if you don't have this tool, don't worry. Boca Bearings has a great video on their YouTube channel that gives you a step-by-step tutorial on how to remove the pin with your household tools. Alright, once again, you can find this at bocabearings.com. Alright, so the last tools that we'll need is of course the bearings that we're going to be replacing. These are the orange ceramic bearings from Boca Bearings. You can purchase these at bocabearings.com. I'm just going to be replacing the spool bearings, which directly affects the smoothness and casting distance of your reel. So you only need to replace 3 bearings for that. 2 of the bearings are the same size, while 1 is a bit different. These are the orange ceramics that I'll be installing. You'll need 2, you can see that SMR 103C. Basically they're the 3x10 by 4 millimeter, and you'll need 1 SMR 115C, which is the 5x11 by 4 millimeters. Alright, so now that we have our tools and everything ready, let's go ahead and start replacing the bearings. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is we're going to be replacing the side panel bearing first, since that's the easiest one. So the first thing that you want to do is there's a screw that goes across your bait casting reel that connects the side panel to your reel. Alright, so what you want to do is kind of just turn it towards you this way until it gets loose. Alright, it won't totally come off, but once it's loose like so, you're able to kind of take the side panel off. And to take the side panel off, all you have to do is just turn upwards on it. Alright, and if your bait caster is pretty new, it'll take a couple minutes to kind of loosen it up. You might have to go back and forth with it, but mine's is pretty loose, so you just have to kind of press it up like so. You can see there, yeah, up like so. And then once you have it up, just kind of, there you go, pretty simple. Alright, and you can see the bearing that we're going to be replacing first, which is that bearing right there, and that is the 3x10 by 4 millimeter bearing. And so let's go ahead and replace that bearing first. Alright, so now that we have the side panel out, we're going to be using our safety pin. And if you have a paper clip, this is when you'll be using your paper clip. And so what you want to do is there's a small little wire, I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, that goes around the bearing. And what that does is it helps the bearing stay in place so that when you do change your bearings, it doesn't fall out. And so the easiest way to remove that is kind of just place half your thumb over it and then get this safety pin. The reason why you want to place your thumb over it is because if you don't do that, the spring, it might just jump out of there and you'll lose it forever. So now if you do lose it, it's okay, it's not a big problem. It's not necessary for your bait caster to cast further or be smoother, but as you can see the pin there, just kind of stick it in there, and then you see, it's pretty simple to remove. Got it off already, and I'll show you guys how it looks like. It's kind of like an octagon. Alright, and so once you guys have that out, this is when your Q-tip comes in handy. Just kind of put your Q-tip in there and just kind of bend it at an angle so there's some tension, and then you can just remove your bearings like so. There you go. Alright, so that's the side panel. This is one of the bearings right there. Okay, and this is go ahead and get you to Q-tip and kind of just Stick it in there, kind of get some of the excess oil from the other bearings, and you just remove it like so. Alright, so now that we have our bearing nice and snugged in our side panel, you want to go ahead and grab your little wire that we removed earlier and just put it back on there so that you don't lose it while you're changing the other bearings out. It's a pretty simple process of doing it. You just want to kind of easy way of doing it is to kind of get it in your hand like so and just pinch it so that they kind of fit in there, and then there you go. Alright, so we have one bearing done. We gotta do two more, so let's go ahead and remove the spool. And once you remove the spool, you kind of see one of the bearings that we're going to be removing, which is right there, this one. And there's the pin, that nasty little pin that is pretty hard to remove. We'll do that one last. We'll go ahead and skip that one and go with the other 3x10 by 4 millimeters, which is at the tension knob, which is right here. So you want to go ahead and just remove the tension knob. Go ahead and just take off the cover of the knob like so, and it's in there. Now this one also has a little wire that is protecting the bearings from slipping out, so you'll need your safety pin to remove this one as well. Just go ahead and do it exactly like you did the side panel. Basically just get in there, make sure you cover it so it doesn't fall out, and just kind of go at it. There you go. And that almost flew out. Right there. You can see it. Alright. So once you have that, it's pretty simple to remove. Just go ahead and get your Q-tip. Do exactly what you did for your side panel. Just get it at an angle, so there you go. Like so. Alright, now that you have the bearings removed, or the bearing, you want to go ahead and just go in your Q-tip like you did earlier with the side panel. It's kind of just move some of that oil off from there. Alright, and then go ahead and grab your other 3x10 by 4 millimeters bearing. Let me just go grab it real quick. Alright. And just kind of there you go. Just place it in there like so. Give it a good push. Alright, there you go. And that is 2 bearings down, 1 more to go. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the pin back onto, or the little wire back on the bearing. This one might be a little bit more difficult than the side panel, just because you have the little drag star blocking your way. Alright, just kind of do what you did before, kind of pinch it together like so, and just stick it in there. There you go. That wasn't too hard. Alright, 1 more bearing to go. Alright, so 2 bearings down, 1 more to go. The last one is going to be the one on your spool that's blocked in by that evil little pin there. This is where your Boca Bearings pin spool pliers will come in handy. Now once again, if you don't have the tool, you can find an awesome tutorial at the Boca Bearings YouTube channel that shows you a step-by-step tutorial on how to remove that pin with your household tools. Alright, but I had the luxury of having the Boca Bearings pin spool pliers, so it'll go a lot easier. What you want to do is, and if you do have the tool and you're not sure how to use it, there's also a video that Boca Bearings has that does an awesome job of explaining how to use this tool. Now, as you see, there's some small grooves in the pliers that are meant to remove the pin. And what you want to do is, see the grooves, there's a long one that's on top and this small one, and that small one is used to push the pin out of the the spool. And as you can see, the pin there is, I'll show you guys. If you look at the pin, there's one side is the skinnier side, which is that one, and that side is a little bit fatter. So you're going to be pushing the pin up towards where the fat end is. Now once it's there, you can kind of remove the pin. Alright, so once you get one good push, you want to use the little thing that's sticking out of the plier, and that is meant specifically to push the pin like so. Hopefully you guys can see. Alright, so once you have that, just kind of push down on it. Get good grip. Push down on it like so. There you go. See how it went all the way down? But once you have it all the way down like that, all you need to do is just give it one good last push. It comes out. Alright, so now that we have the pin removed, let's go ahead and grab that bearing and just slide it on out. This is where the cotton end of your Q-tip come in handy. You just want to kind of swipe any excess oil that's was on the bearing earlier. Just want to just remove as much as you can. Alright. And then go ahead and grab your 5 by 11 by 4 bearing. Try to zoom in a little bit on here. And just go ahead and put it on there. And it fits perfectly. Alright, so what you want to do is once you have the bearing in there, you're going to be putting the pin back in place. So go ahead and grab your pin and just go ahead and stick one side in there like so. And then for this one, you're not going to be using the little teeth on your plier. You're going to be using more of the grooves to put it back into its original place. So just go ahead and line up the pliers like so, just like that, and just give it one good push. There you go. Alright, so we're pretty much done. All we have to do really left is just to reassemble the baitcaster. So let's go ahead and put the spool in. Okay. And everything just basically goes back into place where it was. And don't forget to tighten the screw here. Alright, so let's go ahead and test it out. Alright, so I forgot to record it, but when I had the manufactured bearings in there, it would be spinning at, I would say, at a maximum of about 5 seconds. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how long this thing will last. Yeah, so that's about 10 seconds, 11 seconds, so it's almost doubled. So you can see what a difference orange ceramics bearings do make. But yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching, and all you fishermen out there, good luck out on the water.